how will you rate your experience with Taylor's performance?
20 out of 10.
Wow. Because you don't want Swiftie to come after you, right?
No, legit. Say can make it on time or not. There was like a few sections where she came to the particular corner I was at, and she was so close and
I'm saying
trying to get you in trouble.
So I knew you were trouble.
See, you're a Swiftie.
I only...
Hello, heiße Esther. My name is Esther.
Hi, ich bin Guoy. I'm Guoy.
And this is Brezel
Und
Karipap.
Oh, okay. Never mind, let's go with that.
Yeah. We're two Malaysians talking about life in Germany.
And or in Europe in general, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. Very obvious, this is a very different recording location.
Environment. Yeah,
Yes. So we're actually in Munich right now. And so what are you doing in Munich?
There's a reason why. Do you want to jump straight in? To why am I?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I'm here in Munich because of a very special concert. So basically, yesterday, as you can see on my wrist, I went to Taylor Swift concert, and I would say I'm not a Swiftie, but Guoy keeps telling me that I'm a Swiftie for some reason. Like I know people who are Swifties, and I'm definitely not one of them, because to be them, there has to be so much dedication and commitment towards, like, okay, Taylor Swift is, knowing all about Taylor Swift, but I'm not like that. I just like Taylor Swift songs.
Okay, I mean, there's a broad spectrum when it comes to defining what a Swiftie is, right? So for me, it's like whoever goes to the concert is a Swiftie.
Okay, then that's a
you
very
like her
broad
enough to go for her concert.
Yeah,
to me, that's like the definition of Swiftie already.
Okay.
Like the menkan is very low. Like
the spectrum lah. Like, right?
Yeah.
From just liking her songs, going to a concert, and versus to the very, very far of the
So your
spectrum,
definition of a Swiftie will be someone who like really prepare like the bracelets and dressing and know all the lyrics to all her songs, that sort of thing. So that's your definition. So you don't consider yourself a Swiftie. Okay.
No. And for example, knows her middle name. Like I didn't know her middle name up until yesterday. So
which is?
Ellison. Taylor Ellison
Trivia
Swift.
for non-Swifties or... Okay.
Yeah.
Taylor Edison Swift.
Yes.
Oh, wow, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And also Paramore opened for her yesterday, which
okay.
was very nice. Yeah. However, most people were not there for Paramore, right? Obviously. But it was still very fun because I listened to her sing The Only Exception live, and that was really really nice.
All right, wait, I do want to backtrack a bit, but yeah, like just jumping into that. Yesterday when I was walking back, because I'm here to dog sit at Ollie, while Esther was at the concert, and then on my way back to the S-Bahn, there was like a group from the concert, a group returning from the concert as well, and there was just a small group like blasting Paramore songs. So I was like, that's interesting.
That's cute. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so let's see. Maybe we can start from how you purchased the tickets. Like when she announced, I guess this is more focused on like the experience of going to a concert in Germany. So I guess I'm curious on like starting like how you got the tickets, because for one, Taylor Swift is such a mega ultra star. Like her tickets alone are so hard to get. So how did you just aim for like, the most expensive one, or like, what was the strategy then?
Well, because it's still very fresh in my memory. Getting the concert tickets itself was kind of a hassle because, like you said, so many people want her concert tickets, and there is a kind of pre-sale, like submit your interest. So you want to actually get tickets, then you submit your email, and then they will send you an email so that you get a code that you can use on the specific date where you can buy, date and time where you can buy the tickets itself. So then you enter the code, and then you're eligible to purchase a ticket. Doesn't mean that you will be able to secure a ticket, but so there is already that portion.
You have a
that
chance
you need
to enter the lottery.
Correct.
Okay.
Not a lottery, like waiting room lah. So you get this code and you can enter it, and then you'll go into the waiting room, and then you might be able to get a ticket. That's the thing.
Right.
So that happened, and she has 3 locations in Germany. So yeah, Munich is one of them. I know Hamburg, and I know the other one, but I don't want to butcher the name, so I'm not going to say it on camera. So there are 3 locations, and how did I get the ticket? So I waited. Initially, I wanted to get the Hamburg one because it's nearer to Berlin, right? So it's a shorter train ride, etc. So I wanted to get that one, but I failed. My friends got the tickets to Hamburg.
Okay, then.
And so then I was like, oh, so do I actually, like, it's going to be very hard. And I wanted to get either tickets to Munich or worst comes to worst, another country.
Okay.
Well, in Europe, right? So
Right.
it's like quite well connected.
She was in Paris, right? She did a Paris leg as well, I assume. Then I know she's going to Poland and somewhere else. Yeah, like,
A few other places
Yeah.
now, yeah. So considered that if I couldn't get tickets, but thankfully I managed to get the one for Munich. Yeah, it was
okay.
it was not easy at all. It was like waiting room, very very long queue, and then you were like, oh, I didn't know whether or not I
Okay,
would
did
be
you
able to
like
get the
open
ticket.
more than one, or because they only give you one code, so you can only open on one browser?
No, I think I opened several, but the thing is that each tab would
Okay.
have different waiting times, right?
So you
then-
could use the same code for all these tabs.
Correct.
Okay.
So I was even on my mobile and whatnot. I
right.
thought that it would be faster. You know,
Okay. If you refresh the page, do they like reset
yeah,
it?
they reset the
No.
thing. So you cannot ever lose internet connection.
Oh damn.
Like,
Okay,
it's like,
that's
oh. And then you know Germany's internet connection.
best.
Like not to diss on Germany,
Yeah.
but okay lah, slight dissing because we're used to really fast internet.
I think because Malaysia's fiber penetration is very high compared to like Germany, their fiber penetration isn't as high, and they still use a lot of like old or legacy technology like cable and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Slowly lah. I think they're bringing it to my neighborhood in Berlin. But also I lived in South Korea before, and that's another level.
South Korea is
So
another
once
level,
you've experienced that, you're like, okay.
anything
I
else
have,
is like
I have 200 Mbps
yeah.
here in Germany, and I'm supposed to compete with all these people. So I was slightly concerned.
Okay.
But at the end, I wanted to do seats as well. But in the end, I had no choice. It's just whatever seat, whatever ticket I can get, I just get.
Okay.
So I ended up getting standing seat. So the mosh pit lah. So
Oh, this is like right up front of the stage already, right?
correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
It must be pricey.
It was almost 300 euros. Like 200 plus.
To me, I think that's acceptable. Like I don't for like a mega
I
star
guess
like
so,
her, all
yes.
the way up front
Yeah.
at the stage. To me, I feel that's
Yeah.
acceptable.
Initially, I wanted to get seating because I think it would be very tired to stand.
Right. How long
but
was the concert?
At the end,
2 hours, 3 hours.
it was, I think 3.5, almost
Okay.
4 hours.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Then
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very, very worth it. I think the price,
okay.
the ticket price.
Yeah, for sure. Plus, you get to see her up front, right? Yeah.
Well, not up front, but there was like a few sections where she came to the particular corner I was at, and if you're so close and with bare eyes, I could see her like
Yeah,
there.
I saw like the
So-
the story you posted
Yeah.
as well. So maybe you can share it here, wherever. lah.
Yeah, I put some better quality ones that my friend also took, and it's really good.
Okay, so you managed to acquire the ticket after fighting through all this, and then it's like coming here. So you have to prepare the train tickets to come here and stuff like that, the usual stuff.
Yeah,
Was
the
there
usual stuff.
Was there any other thing you thought you have to prepare?
I mean, because I'm not a Swiftie,
Okay,
like
okay,
normal
sure.
Swifties, not normal Swifties, Swifties in general would be preparing bracelets, like
Yeah.
making bracelets and like preparing the makeup. They
Yeah.
look gorgeous, by the way.
Yeah,
Yesterday,
I saw a lot of like. Yeah.
so many of them dressed up so nicely. It's amazing.
I feel like there's a
and-
very not sure whether it's coordinated or not, but I feel like there's a very like the theme is you go with certain albums, right? Like
Yeah.
you can go for. I'm definitely not a Swiftie. I really listen to her songs, so don't butcher me. But she has like no, because you would dress different styles based on her different albums, right? Because each of her different albums would represent
Each era, yeah.
yeah, which each era. I think there's like a Troubles era. Yes, no, I don't know.
Troubles era.
Never mind, cut this out.
No, continue. But I'm curious, like what do you mean by that?
Because I'm not sure. Was there an album called Troubles or something? I don't remember. Okay, there's Lovers, right? I
Yes.
think. Okay. Yes.
So many people actually the shiny blue pink
Yeah, the shiny
pastel,
bright
that
colour
that
one.
would be
The
lovers. Yeah.
Okay.
And then there were also people dressed up in Reputation, which is the rebellious black one
okay,
and
yeah.
with a snake.
Ah, right. Yeah. Okay.
So that
okay.
many people also dressed up
Yes.
as that, and then some were with the cowboy hat.
Yeah.
That's probably red era, like where.
Okay. Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Right.
So
Not a
also
Swiftie, she said. Not a Swiftie.
That's just based on my observations yesterday.
Or are you gonna diss me like that's just basic, Guoy. It's your problem. You don't know anything.
No, I mean I know those albums, but it's just the newer ones that I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah.
I think it's because like we in some sense grew up with her, like yeah, in some
from
sense,
Love Story.
yeah, so that era I think we are more familiar, and then after that it's like her newer stuff we don't listen to anymore.
Okay. Perhaps I'm just not hardcore. I like her songs.
Yeah.
Up until I think 1989. And then
okay.
Reputation I sort of, lost it already.
Right.
So unfortunately, yeah.
Okay, not a hardcore Swiftie, still a
not
Swiftie. Can't run away from this label.
Okay.
If I have to put a label
Esther
on
is a
it.
Swiftie.
Ding, sparkle.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, so you didn't prepare like all this Taylor Swift specific
No.
stuff, but the usual stuff of coming to Munich.
I think also partially because I'm old already lah. I'm 30. Okay, sorry. I feel that I have done all these in my K-pop era. We can talk about that.
Oh.
Wait. Probably we'll never touch upon that because this podcast is not about, that. But I have had a K-pop era, so I think I've done that bit.
Wait, okay, so wait. Okay, just one tangent. Just
Okay,
one tangent
yes,
question. So
yes.
which group then?
They disbanded already. They're called Tiara. They're a girl group.
Tara.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I know which
I mean,
group.
it's Tiara, but fine.
But it's spelled as T-A-R-A, right? No.
T-A-R-A.
Yeah. That's
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
I mean, the crown,
Yeah,
Tiara.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you used to have that era, so I think I've already lived that out. So perhaps for some people, they are still in,
Right.
that,
No, I get
which
what you
is
mean.
amazing. I
Right,
understand
yeah.
the kind of feeling because I've had that
Yes,
feeling
yes.
where you are so obsessed and
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
very into their
What's the
music.
term
and
in
whatnot.
Korean for this? Like,
Super fans?
it's just called super fans. I thought there was a more.
That's more derogatory though. I think sasing,
Ah.
you mean?
I think so. I think.
Yeah,
that's the
sasing
term.
is a bit more derogatory in a sense where those are considered stalkers already.
Okay,
Yeah. So
okay,
they stalk
right.
their private life and all that. I'm not like that, yeah. No, not sassing.
Sus. Saying not a Swiftie to this a bit sus. Okay, that's right. I don't want to lengthen
Yeah,
this conversation. We might chat about this in the future, but okay. So you did all this thing. You prepared to come to Munich, and then obviously
They
you
prepared
booked.
all the bracelets and whatnot.
Yeah, book this place and prepare your train tickets to come here. And you said besides Taylor Swift's specific stuff like the bracelets and the
Outfit.
yes, you didn't prepare that, which is fine. Then you got here, and also you had to figure out how to get from the hotel to there, to the
To the venue.
yes. You were smiling earlier. What is that?
Because it was such a chaotic thing to do, like to get to the venue itself.
Okay,
because
let's talk about it. So you're here. You came here. We meet up yesterday,
Yeah,
right
we
before
were,
you left.
yeah.
Okay, so I think you were leaving here slightly later than you planned, right? And then you were initially thinking about taking the public transport, but it's like a bit of a hassle because you have to take a train and then you have to change 2 buses or something
Yeah.
like that just to get there. And then finally you decided to get an Uber. So how I don't know what happened after that. So what happened?
we took the public transport.
You didn't take the Uber in the end? Why?
Because there's no Uber, Guoy. That's why.
Okay.
Taylor Swift, everybody's going there, so no Uber in the city.
Okay.
Aside from either we take the scooter, which yesterday's weather, it would have been around 40 something minutes
okay.
in the sun,
Yeah.
the
yesterday
bright
was hot.
glaring sun
Yeah.
to get there. So it's like, okay, probably not.
Okay.
Or walking there, which is completely
No.
out of the question.
Yes.
Or okay lah, suffer a bit. Take the public transportation. Why I say suffer? Because you're gonna be like sardines. We were like sardines, just
There's just
packed.
like a lot of
Like,
people.
yeah.
Okay.
So many people.
Yeah, and because everybody going to the same
Correct.
venue.
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
And yeah, so we ended up getting the public transportation also. And
Then what time did
reaching there.
you arrive? Yeah, sorry. What time did you arrive?
So the concert in the ticket itself, it says it starts at 6:15.
Yes.
We reached around 6.
Oh, that's like really, really cutting it.
However, everybody was still outside.
Oh, okay.
When we reached there, the crowds are still outside. Okay, so this is touching upon on the concert itself
Yeah,
already.
yeah,
What I wanted to say about the concert was that
sorry. Sorry to cut you off because you told me yesterday when you're coming back was that you had to put your bags in Hopanov.
yeah,
So did you bring your bags so you were carrying one backpack, right? I think. And then you brought it all the way to the venue.
no, So
So you just store it there. You just thought that it's better to store it in Hop and Off.
yeah, then I
Okay.
happened to read the instructions like what
Okay.
can you bring and what
Right,
can
right,
you not bring,
right,
etc. on
right.
the train
Okay.
because yeah, I just wanted to make sure. And then
Yeah.
I realized that okay, the bag that we were taking is
Alright.
not fitting to the
Right,
requirements.
yeah.
So then we decided to make a detour to Hop on Off to store the bag
Okay.
and then continue. So
Right.
luckily it was on the way to Hop on Off
Okay,
lah.
okay.
So
Yeah, because when you told
yeah.
me that, I was like, did Esther actually went there and then the security told her no, and then she went to the Hop and Off and then she
Yeah,
went
that
back
would be
again?
that would have been crazy. I think I
Yeah,
would have just
exactly.
thrown the bag lah. Put it somewhere in the park there.
Okay, okay, cool. Sorry, so yes, you're there and then you prepare to go in, but everybody was still outside. So
Everybody was still outside. The freaking crowd was still
Yeah,
outside,
right.
and we were like, okay, isn't it supposed to start soon? And why is everybody still outside? So
right.
then we started to look. Okay, where should we go? Where should we
Right,
go?
which gate to enter, kind of thing,
Exactly.
right? Yeah.
And then my concert experiences, just to give a few, was know
Yeah.
in Malaysia I went to Ed Sheeran and I thought that
Yeah.
that was already crazy.
The one was in Bukit Jalil, right? That's the one.
Axiata
Yeah.
Bukit
Yeah,
Jalil
yeah, okay.
Stadium.
Yeah.
So that was I did check. It was 12,000 people
Okay.
just for scale.
No, okay, I know what you're gonna
purposes.
say. I know what
Okay,
you're gonna
yeah,
say. Okay,
just for scale
yeah,
purposes.
yeah,
So that was Axiata was fine.
Yeah.
And then I went to Sam Smith in Berlin.
yeah.
It was Mercedes-Benz Arena, now called Uber Arena, and that was around 17,000.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then that was also smooth and,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
fine, right?
yeah.
And yesterday I thought it would be the same, but you know how many Taylor Swift? How many people were at the stadium at Taylor Swift? 74,000. 74,000
So
people.
they sold out.
So then
they actually sold out.
sold
Yeah,
out, sold out,
Yeah.
as well as people. There are thousands, or if not thousands, hundreds and thousands or thousands of people outside of the arena, camped
Yes,
outside just to
yeah.
listen to her
I
song.
saw pictures. People, because there is like a hill
Yes,
right that oversees the stage.
yes.
So that is the Olympia Park hill, right? And then I saw people taking pictures showing the hill. It's like full of people. And then there's like a section where you take out the phone with lights and all. The whole hill was lit up.
Wow, that one I didn't know lah because I was inside.
Yeah, it
right?
was inside, right? Yeah,
But the hill
Yeah,
part,
yeah.
when we were walking, we're like, oh my god, is the queue?
Yeah.
Did the queue start there? Then I was like, no lah, those
No,
people
that's
are
outside.
camping. Yeah, that's outside. They call it what, Taylor Gate? This phenomenon.
Okay,
I don't know. I
okay.
don't know why, but
Okay.
yeah, apparently.
Right.
And so yeah, the venue was full of people, and I heard somebody was also saying that okay, this must be the most disorganized concert I've ever been to, you know. And in my head, I was like, oh yeah, probably also. But then thinking about the scale,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe some things could have been done better. But
Yeah.
I think a lot of it was about the
It's just
scale.
there's
It's
so
just-
so many people.
there's
right?
so
Yeah.
many people,
Yeah,
74,000
yeah.
people.
Yeah. I think even
trying
the
to fit
Euros
in.
probably was.
I'm not too sure about the numbers.
Yeah, no worries.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so then we tried to find, we couldn't find, we just joined the queue
Okay.
because everybody was telling us that okay, just go to the queue.
Right,
you
right,
you will
right.
be able to get to where you want to
Okay,
go
right.
once you enter.
Right.
So we were still at the queue, and then
Yeah.
Paramore started playing. I
Oh
was like,
no! Oh no! So you can hear Paramore from outside.
yes,
Oh.
yes. And then thankfully we managed to get past security and whatnot and get to the place before they start the
Actual
only
Taylor
exception.
Okay.
By
yeah,
Paramore.
yeah,
So
yeah.
the last,
yeah.
I think last 3 songs that Paramore had, we managed to reach.
Nice.
And then yeah, just waited for Taylor lah. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's like.
Yeah. Kanchiong a bit
Yeah,
leh.
okay.
Like okay, outside then Paramore started already.
Yeah.
Say lor, can make it on time or not. Oh, you know. But there's also nothing you can do because there's
Yeah.
just heaps of people.
Yeah. Plus, if imagine you go in like at the gate totally like you have to cross half the steep.
I did.
How far? So you just
I did.
anyhow choose one gate,
So-
enter, and then like just find your. and it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's what
constant.
they said also because I
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
on asking the
Yeah,
工作人员, what's that? The staff there lah. And they just said, just join the queue. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
They also like don't know how to redirect. It's just people mountain,
Yeah.
people see.
Yeah, because I keep seeing the left side because the stage there's left side and right side.
Yeah, yeah,
Mine's the right side.
Yeah.
And then I keep seeing the left side. Then I didn't know. Okay, I thought it would be there, but I
Right,
couldn't find it.
right.
Then I just joined the queue lah.
Okay.
Then actually it's the total opposite of
Okay.
the thing. So I went from the left side and
Yeah.
then I have to like go
Right.
to the
I guess
right side.
that's also you were panicking as well, right? So
Yes.
Paramore is playing.
Yeah.
It's like how long before Taylor comes out?
Yeah. And then there were so many people queuing up for food and drinks
Oh,
also
right.
because it was so hot yesterday.
This was like inside or outside?
Inside.
Oh, okay.
Inside.
Okay.
So inside people were still queuing.
So
then you have to like go through all the people queuing and whatnot.
Oh my God, okay.
And then people also finding their seats and we were thirsty. But one thing I want to point out that was a lifesaver was when we went inside and we saw a few people with a backpack. But we didn't know for sure what was it. And then after that we realized that they say free water.
Ah, wow, okay.
Yeah. So they had actually gave out free water.
Oh, that's very good. Especially yesterday was like super
super
warm,
hot.
like 31, 32 degrees.
Yeah. And if without that, I think a lot of people would have probably
I think
had
they just want to prevent like heat stroke and emergency and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So very good thought from the organizers.
It was a very, very life-saving thing. Like several people with free water throughout the concert. Even right before we want to leave, also we got a glass of water.
Nice. Okay.
So that was really great. Okay. And so I got in while Paramore was performing, and then waited for Taylor, and then the whole concert.
And then you enjoy the concert. Okay, enjoy the songs or most of the songs.
Most of the songs.
Yeah. What surprise songs she did this time around? Or is like songs you don't know? Oops. Maybe you can.
It was new songs versus old songs. So I knew the old. So she did mashup. So she did acoustic on her guitar as well as her piano.
Yeah.
So both also guitar, piano. I only know one song from each. And the newer ones I don't know. I didn't know. And I don't remember. I'm not a Swiftie. But it was really fun. But what I realized also was how long the concert was.
Like you said, almost 4 hours. Earlier,
almost
right?
4 hours, yeah. And I did not expect that because most of the concert I've been to, it should ended already. Then it should have ended by that time.
You, the official starting was 6:15, right? You said so. By the time it ends, before you leave the stadium, what time was that roughly? Like when she left the stage.
7. Wait, you mean Paramore? Wait.
No, so the concert starts 6:15, right? Paramore headline, right?
Yeah.
So including that, let's say until Taylor left the stage.
I left before she left because I'm like Yasu. No. Okay, so the Germans would usually the concert that I've been to.
Okay.
The Germans or the crowd would leave before it ends because they want to get out of the place.
Okay, yeah, they don't want
soon as
to
possible.
have the everybody leaving same time jam.
Okay, maybe it's not just Germans because some Malaysian concerts also some people might leave earlier.
Yeah.
However, what I did realize is different is probably in Malaysia there tends to be like an encore.
Yes.
And here no.
I think maybe because like encore tends to be for like Asian artists,
maybe yeah. Now that I think about it, perhaps Ed Sheeran also didn't have encore in Malaysia. So most people just leave earlier.
Okay.
And since
when do you decide you leave earlier? Like, this roughly time you want to tell, or you want to leave, or it's like
about 10:45, 11.
Okay.
Yeah, and Taylor was still on stage when we were about to leave.
Okay. No, so you didn't finish her concert. Do you know how much you like missed out?
No, it's just one song. That was the last song.
Okay. Okay lah, fair enough.
Yeah, last song. And then everybody was leaving. I mean, not everybody. Most
but people started to disperse and leave already. So when you hit when you were leaving, were there already a lot of people? Because you said people started leaving earlier. So there were already a lot of people.
Yes.
Okay, and you had to again study next.
But it was not as bad. I think people were chiller when they were leaving rather than getting to the place. Getting to the place where we're like, I need to go. But
now that you
back, they're chiller.
Hear her song, see her perform, then it's like okay, we are happy already, satisfied.
Yeah. Okay. I would say so.
Okay. So how will you rate? Oh, it'd be unfair. Okay, not comparing anything. How will you rate your experience with Taylor's performance?
Just Taylor itself?
Yeah, not comparing. Because it's not fair to
Amazing.
compare with other artists, right? Okay.
20 out of 10.
Wow. Because you don't want Swiftie to come after you, right?
No, legit. Like, who can tell me? I was tired as I was tired AF, just standing there. Can you imagine performing for how many hours? 3.5 to 4 hours straight, singing, performing, and
Like
all.
crowd engagement. How was the crowd engagement?
Yeah, it was really fun. She did, I think, only a few talking sections, but it was very nice. And there was one section where folklore era, and then she was like, she took off her earpiece, and then everybody started screaming, and then she wanted to restart again, and then people started screaming again, and then it's just a very, very fun crowd engagement thing. It was very cute to see. And also could add in a video. I don't know if I can add this video, but during her acoustic version, she entered the wrong note and then she laughed it out, and it was quite cute. Yeah.
Sometimes you just don't hit the right note, do you?
Yeah, it was nice.
Wow, 20 out of 10, so 10 out of 5 stars.
Yes, 200%.
Wow, okay.
No, I think she is definitely a very great performer.
Yes.
And to be able to do this consecutively, like for years now, I think her tour, the Eras tour, has been going on, and it's just a proof to her being a great performer in this decade or century. But the concert management itself, like I said, because of the sheer volume, perhaps it could be managed better.
Right.
But I don't know also how it could have been done, because this is the largest one I've ever been to as compared to the other ones in terms of scale. But the management part I have some issues with. However, the show itself, Taylor itself, no complaints. Perfect.
Wow, okay. Must be a nice experience.
It was. My Hamburg friends, my friends who went to the Hamburg concert, because I think she did more than one show
in Hamburg.
Okay. And they tried to get tickets for the next night after they went also, but they couldn't get any. But obviously right?
Yeah, last minute definitely. Yeah.
Even I don't think even scalpers were selling.
Yeah.
So that
they probably sold out already. I think that's the
maybe.
thing. Yeah.
That's why you have to do Taylor Gate, like stand outside.
At least in Munich, it's still doable. Some places probably you don't have like a vantage point where you can see. I know Singapore they can actually, in the Singapore Stadium.
Really?
Yeah, because the Singapore Stadium opposite there's like places to sit and you can hear everything as well. Yeah, so people just camp at like opposite the stadium and then they can hear the songs as well.
Yeah, I think usually people don't even care if they don't see her. It's just that they want to be there, experience the vibe, and be outside and singing to her songs and whatnot. Yeah.
Awesome. Great to hear you had a good experience.
The concert itself, yes, it's really nice.
But everything else is
Now, I think it could have been done better. That's all. Okay. But I also don't know. There were, let's say if a football match were to play at Olympiastadion, like, do you think?
I don't think it will fill up the stadium. Actually,
really?
To be frank, Even they recently had the Euros, I think, played there as well. I don't think it was full.
Even half also 35,000. I would like to see how they manage crowd control.
Okay.
So would it have been better or not?
Right.
I think that I'm most curious about that lah. Yeah.
I think it's different also, as in like, I think the the staff would differ depending on the organizer as well, right? So maybe they handle it differently. It's not always the same team of people. Yeah.
So perhaps you're saying that the organizers is at fault for this.
No,
one.
I'm not saying it's.
Trying to.
I did not. Don't put words into my mouth, Esther. I'm saying
trying to get you in trouble.
So I knew you were trouble.
See, you're a Swiftie.
That is like our era, right? That's like our era, old people era. No, I think it's what I'm saying is like different events have different stuff, so because of that they will have different experience handling different size of crowds, and I think different crowds act differently as well, whether you are going there for sports or going there for concerts. Differently as well, like expectation is also different.
Okay.
So right, awesome. Is there any other questions I have? Probably not. I think like comparing with other artists, so you went to the Sam Smith one before in Berlin, but the main difference is the sheer difference of size as well, right?
The scale.
So it's very hard to compare.
But what would you like to ask?
I don't think I have any other questions. Are you asking about Sam Smith?
Yeah. If you were to,
I think I guess the question I ask is the experience getting to the concert is roughly the same, right? Like you buy tickets and then you go there. It's pretty much a very generic going
Yeah.
to concert experience.
Well, I didn't have to go through like the pre-registration or getting a code
Right,
for
okay,
Sam Smith.
okay.
So a lot of that is pure scale
Okay.
from
yeah.
Taylor's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no difference between, or there's really minimal difference between, because okay, for example, you mentioned the Ed Sheeran concert in Malaysia and Sam Smith concert in Berlin. So the flow is pretty much the same, right? There's nothing special that in Germany you had to do to get like tickets to go to the concert. It's still like buy tickets online, prepare, show up, go in, enjoy your time, come out, suffer the human traffic. Also, human traffic. I mean, obviously we cannot compare Taylor Swift's human traffic.
Yeah.
But for Sam Smith, for example, compared to Ed Sheeran, if you remember,
You
was
mean
it better?
entering?
Leaving. I think leaving is probably because everybody leaves at roughly the same time. Or is it because like the Germans leave earlier, so it's like less? Oh, you don't remember?
No, but this would then bring up a little bit of a complaint that I have for the Malaysian concert.
I mean, it's normal.
Because
That's why Malaysia didn't get Taylor Swift. Like, I think.
so sad. Yeah, I was just thinking about it. 6 nights in Singapore, right? And then
Yeah.
and how they managed it. I feel
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess for context, like Singapore one, I really feel they did a good job. I didn't go. Definitely not Swiftie, I didn't go. But from a lot of like people who went to the concert, they recorded like stories and reels and whatnot. And then the staff there had a very good job of dispersing the crowd, and also they kept them like entertained and hydrated and stuff like that, right? So I think also I feel like this is not like a one day miracle. I think Singapore has been building up
To the
handling
reputation.
different sort of events to reach this, like, okay, we know how to handle this, like their F1s, and then they also do a lot of like government, like G2G conferences and stuff like that. So security, they kind of have knowledge in that and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Sounds like I'm praising Singapore too much, not really. But sorry, yes.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, because that's also why Singapore got Taylor Swift to perform there 6 nights, right? And not any other nation in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
And that's because of their infrastructure and everything. And to a certain extent, the level of awareness of people knowing Singapore as a more like a well-developed country,
Right.
as opposed to, I don't know, some other countries around the region. So not particularly just this thing about Malaysia, I guess. But the okay, the concert in Malaysia, well, it was in Axiata Arena,
Yes.
which is in Bukit Jalil
I think I
Stadium.
went to the same one. Was it OK Rock? One OK Rock that headline?
I think so.
Okay, I think I went to the same
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
So you can get there fairly easily with LRT.
Yes.
So
It's like a S-Bahn equivalent.
Yeah.
But
So-
but more efficient than S-Bahn. Maybe you don't agree, but for me.
I mean, yeah, it's just that for that one, and also because the majority of Malaysians drive, right? So then
right.
moving away from leaving the concert itself was very drastically different. It was so smooth for Sam Smith's concert,
Okay.
and people were just leaving by the train
Right,
load,
right,
and
right.
and it was very, very efficient.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
whereby the LRT one is like, oh my god, the crowd was stuck there for a really long time.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, it was just very frustrating. And also leaving the venue itself with car also wasn't that efficient.
because everybody was
obviously.
leaving at the
Because-
same time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody needs to
yeah.
pay parking
Yeah,
lah,
yeah,
this
yeah,
lah, that lah.
yeah.
Then leaving itself probably from the stadium to outside the road would
Yeah.
cost you 1 hour already.
Definitely, there's a jam there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And even the LRT wasn't that fast and
Yes,
efficient.
yeah, that
So
not many.
yeah.
Frequent. It's not very frequent.
that's why if Taylor Swift were to perform there, I would have concerns also
Yeah, I think.
about
Yeah.
the dispersing of the crowd.
Yes.
So I think Singapore did a very good job.
Yes. Also,
in a
like
sense.
MRT can handle this. Like I think they also
Perhaps,
plan well for MRT to handle this.
Yeah. Yesterday there were people at the U-Bahn station also
Yeah.
to say, oh, we have express bus to where you want to go.
Okay,
This
yeah,
place.
yeah,
Do we have
yeah.
express bus?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
not, then you take the U-Bahn
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff. So there were some effort in
Yeah.
dispersing the crowd
Yeah.
yesterday, and it was also done well. I think.
I think have to lah. 70 over
Based
1,000
on the
people.
scale,
there,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And yeah, also thankfully I think for the free water or whatnot.
Yeah.
I think there were several medical incidents outside of
Okay.
the venue.
Right.
Because I saw the ambulance car drove by and whatnot.
Yeah.
But inside, thankfully, my area didn't have any incidences. Yeah, they also had like huge fans like blowing
Yeah.
the air with water.
Also,
So
I think
it's
like
nice.
everyone was very lucky because immediately after that and it was like a slight rain or something. Yeah. And then this morning it's rain again.
Yeah, it was fun. I don't have a video, but I'm sure there's some video outside on the internet because when it started raining, then Taylor was like, "Oh, it's raining," It was a nice ending also
Okay,
because
okay.
it was so dry and hot in the beginning. For the most part of the concert, and then it started raining. I think it was quite a nice ending to it. Yeah, it was fun. And we already know that Taylor will perform whether it's rain or shine based on her past concerts. So it's nice to have that also, like rain and shine at the same concert. It's so nice. Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds
Yeah.
like a good experience.
Is there any other concerts that you would like to go to? In
Anywhere?
Germany, yeah.
Germany?
Or in Europe.
Don't know. I'm not really like a concert goer. Usually I go because like
Or a
someone else
festival.
depends. If there's people going, then I'll just join. I'm not the kind that unless I really, 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 really want to go, I'm not really the kind that will go solo. I feel like there's a lot of mental load you have to go to whatever event solo, right? Like you have to make sure you have all your possessions with you. Like if you have someone with you, like, hey, help me take care, I go to the washroom or whatever, right?
True.
Then now you have to take whatever with you, and there's a lot of mental load. Like sometimes I'm like, maybe not worth it. Yeah, because for example, there was when I went back to Malaysia in May, there was a DJ that wanted to go in Singapore. Darren Styles, I really like the DJ, but it's like, okay, do I really want to go to a club in Singapore? I mean, Singapore is safe, right? Or as far as we know, it's safe. But it's like for me being in a foreign land club alone, I'm like, I don't really want to take chances. So I'm like, I just forgo it. I'll watch one of his shows later. Stuff like that. So probably that's one. Like Darren Styles is one.
But what's your main concern, like in a club in Singapore?
I think I just like I don't have again if like there's a group of people or even there's someone else with me, I don't have issue. It's just me going alone. It's like, okay, I have to make sure all my stuff's with me. So you never know, right? Like again, not saying Singapore is like a unsafe place, but you never know, people just there might take your documents or whatnot and that sort of thing.
You mean to say primarily just belongings that you're more concerned about?
I know people might spike your drinks or whatnot.
Okay.
It's just me being alone lah. Yeah. Unless I like really, really, really want to go, I would go, but I'll be like extra careful. But that's very tiring. I think that's the main thing. It's really tiring. Yeah. Like for example, Tomorrowland. I think Tomorrowland is like usually a hit list for EDM people who want to go. But for me, it's like, I don't think. For one, it's expensive. It's very hard to get like European prices, so you have to buy like the international tickets because it's just sell out so fast, right? And then it's like, I don't really, because it's expensive. Then I don't have many people to jio. So and like,
wait, what do you mean by European prices? So there's a
this in Belgium, I think. So they sell like Belgium tickets first. They open up to locals first in Belgium. So that usually sells out very quickly. Then they open up to the whole of Europe.
Okay.
Then they have like international packages. So usually people who can't get those earlier ones, they buy the international packages. So it's slightly more expensive. Yeah, but it comes with like the train tickets and stuff like that. But it's marked up lah, so it's a bit more pricey. And then going there and stay is another thing because it's like a three day festival and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm kind of okay if I don't go. I guess I only accept the fact, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah. My friends were there. Like a couple of my friends, I saw their Instagram stories.
Right.
They even bought a Malaysian flag to be there.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't know it was that expensive. But
it's quite pricey. That's why if you like want to go, then you go all out and stuff like that. And also because, sorry, do you mind if we continue this conversation?
Sure.
Because it's like already, because like the festival uses its own currency as well, so you have to like change. I think it's called pearls or something.
Okay.
So you have to like change euros to that thing. Then it's all stored on a digital bracelet. So you like go around, tap around.
Sort of like crypto
I would say it's more like the Jimjibang kind of thing, you
or
know.
Monopoly money.
Yeah.
Jimjibang.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Jimjibang
okay.
is like Korean sauna.
Or like theme park, you know.
Yes, like
Yeah,
theme park.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
stuff like that. And then whatever you don't spend, you can change back to euros
Oh.
with their own exchange rate and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Own exchange rate.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's a fixed exchange rate lah. So,
okay.
Yeah. So yeah. I think besides that, I don't think there's any other. I don't have artist I really really want to see right now.
Or even, you know, performances or comedy shows.
Oh, talking about sorry, because in our document for the notes, I wrote like Ronnie Chang is coming to Berlin, right?
Yeah.
Because I like swiping Instagram and this ad come up. I'm like, okay. Yeah, so I thought I'd talk about it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it'll be cheap actually. So
Ronnie?
yeah.
Mm.
And he's not funny all the time. Have you watched any of his? Have you watched any of his stuff?
Wasn't he the one? Was he the one who says, you know, hope you get rich?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
that-
that's his most famous one.
yeah, I
But I
think
think
so.
that's the thing as well. Like, I feel like in that Netflix special, that's like one of the strong points. But there are like flatter moments. So I'm like,
Perhaps not worth it.
yeah.
That's what
Also, I
you're
have to
saying.
go all the way to Berlin now. So like, if he's in Munich, then I just like, okay, I'll go lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which reminds me, I went to Uncle Roger in Norway.
Oh, really?
Very weird, but
Do you
yeah.
deliberately went? Or?
No, because it was last Chinese New Year, and my friend lives in
last as in
Norway.
2024 or
Sorry, 2023.
Okay.
So I was celebrating Chinese New Year with my Malaysian friend who
Yeah.
lives in Norway.
Yeah.
And so she was like, "Oh, we have more tickets if you want to join."
Wow, okay, damn.
So I was like, "Oh, serendipity,
I'm
right? Like
jealous.
just go there, and then okay, just see Uncle Roger perform."
Yeah, I think Nigel Ng, the comedian behind Uncle Roger, I think he has a darker sense of humor.
He does.
Yeah, I think a lot of like his jokes tend to sway that
But
way.
that's why he separates the persona. So
Yeah.
Uncle Roger came first during the show,
Right.
and then Nigel Ng came
Right,
after.
right,
So
okay.
yeah, the two personas at play lah.
Which part was weird? Because you mentioned like weird, right? Was
Did
it
I say weird?
No, you said. What did you say? I don't remember the exact adjective you used.
No,
sorry.
but no, I think it was. Well, I don't know if I said weird, but
Okay.
I think what I meant to say was it was a little bit odd and sad because that was during Chinese New Year,
Okay.
and he had to work during Chinese New Year, and
okay.
then. Well, I also got the Malaysians were
Yeah.
like, oh, can we take a picture with him
Yeah.
and stuff?
Yeah.
And he was there like he took pictures. He was very nice
okay,
and things. And I was just in my mind, I remember thinking, oh, so sad. Chinese New Year doesn't need to work. And he looked kind of tired lah, but
Okay.
yeah, that's beside the point.
Yeah.
The performance was nice. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Will you go again to another Nigel Ng / Uncle Roger? Not if you have to pay.
Maybe. No.
Would you pay
I
for
mean,
it?
I paid for the ticket in Norway.
Okay.
Yeah, my friend had a
Yeah,
extra ticket, but
you
she's
still,
like,
you still have to
I
pay
still
for it.
have
Okay.
to- yeah,
So if it comes to Berlin, you might like, oh, okay, I
maybe
might go.
to spot. Yeah,
Okay. How about Ronnie Chang then?
that one not too sure. I went to Trevor Noah in Berlin.
Trevor Noah. They have to compare lah.
True.
Different
But I
tier,
mean,
different
They
tier.
they used to work on the same show, right? Before Trevor Noah, I mean, left.
Yes, Trevor Noah and Ronnie
Yeah,
Chang
they used to work
yeah,
together,
yeah,
so-
yeah.
Maybe same caliber. I don't know. Okay, maybe I'll get a lot of hate for this, but yeah, Trevor Noah, I find funnier than Ronnie Chang.
No, I agree. I think different tier lah.
Yeah.
Like different.
And also Trevor's humor is very smart,
I
I feel.
okay. I feel based on my exposure to Ronnie's material, he focuses a lot on like Asian / Malaysian, Singapore, that whole thing. And I would say Trevor's humor focuses on his experience traveling internationally.
Yeah.
His experience growing up as part of the Appetite and stuff like that, right? So I think we can. It's
And
not
also
that-
politically, I think
Yeah,
Trevor Noah
yeah.
touches a lot of political issues.
Yeah, and I think he does accent very well as well.
yeah.
Right. That's all.
Yeah.
I think his comedy topics has a larger range compared to like what Ronnie Chang and what Uncle Roger can do, right? Uncle Roger as a persona, as a character, is like it is a stereotypical, stereotypical Chinese uncle.
Yeah.
So so there's only so much you can do.
True.
Yeah. Not to well, it wouldn't be fair. There's only so much you can do, but you have to bring this particular persona, this particular mold to a lot of situations. Maybe that's how they would like this character in a lot of different situations, but you know that this is still the same character. There's no a lot of changes.
Yeah.
I would say.
I think that was also what made it fun, because he opened with Uncle Roger and then continued to change the outfit in the orange one, change out of it.
Have you seen like his old stand-ups he's done in Malaysia? Oh, you should watch them. It's on YouTube. You should watch like his old. He looks very different. He looks much older before. Actually, he had like a mustache and a goatee.
Okay.
It's like very different kind of, not different but it was more like crowd interaction and heckling kind of thing. But I think it's funny. So you can take a
crowd work is, I feel, very, very hard.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
And for the stand-ups who do that well. Yeah.
It's a lot of improv and thinking on your feet and just reacting. Even heckling as well, right? You need to handle in a nice way as well. Yeah. So
sometimes offensive, but still funny. I mean...
No, I get what you're saying, but nowadays it has to be like offensive to a degree that is not really offensive.
Yeah. So the right balance. Politically offensive. Politically correctly offensive.
Whoa.
I don't know the term anymore.
Okay.
You have to just be politically correct these days and be careful of everybody's feelings, which is in a way is inclusivity, which is good.
I think it's very challenging also, because I think finding a balance in Europe versus finding a balance, for example, in Malaysia would mean very, very, very different things. And you the scope of consideration is a lot more in Malaysia comparatively in Europe, I would say.
In Asia, you mean? Sorry. Did you say Asia or Malaysia?
I was talking about Malaysia specifically. Yeah.
Can one just don't touch anything political, then can already.
Not just political. Even in Malaysia, you have to be very conscious of like
religions.
Yeah, you have to be more conscious about that. Yeah.
There was one very famous satire artist on Instagram. Malaysian. I don't know if you know him. He draws comics, political comics.
I know. Yeah, he always gets it from the authorities, right?
Yeah. I mean, personally, I admire what he does.
Yes, same.
If you don't know his work, I would put it here. And he gets a lot of troubles from the authorities, like you said. But I think what he creates is also awareness towards what's currently happening in the country.
No, I do agree. I think I assume you're talking about the same people. Like during the past election, when we were in, because this is the first time there was no clear majority in the elections, he actually went around giving talks.
Yes, that's the one.
Right? And educating
about
people
democracy.
This Westminster system that we have and what's happening now, so people have better idea. So I think even though it's after election, I think it's a good education so that people know what to do next time around.
Yeah.
So I do agree. But it's a very precarious position to be in. Like you say, he always, like the authorities are kind of like always after him, and then he has to go to
court.
And that sort of thing. So
Yeah.
Okay, from Taylor Swift to this, I think I think we can wrap up this episode.
Yeah. So to sum it up, Taylor was awesome, and let's see what other performances. Maybe we
Adele
go
coming,
together.
Right? Actually.
Yeah, Adele is coming to Munich in Germany. For some reason, Adele decided, outside of United States, let me go to Munich. Like, I don't know how she brains that.
Look, as someone who stays in Munich, I'm like, can you not? Can you not do like big events here? It's kind of annoying sometimes.
And if I understand it correctly, she's only doing shows in Munich.
Yes, for about a month.
Yeah, and not anywhere else. You begs to wonder, like, why does she choose to?
Maybe it's the same deal like Singapore with Taylor Swift kind of thing.
Wow.
Like Munich, maybe.
I don't know lah, but wow.
But I feel like
the
this
whole
is not
world, it would be another different scale as compared to Taylor. Yeah. Because Taylor, at least she tours around the world, but Adele just suddenly say, "Oh, I'm gonna pop by Munich," and the whole world will come to Munich. So how do you feel about that?
That's like, can you not? I
Literally, okay, I also tried to get tickets for Adele, yeah, and it's much harder than Taylor. Not to say I cannot get tickets, I could, but the prices are crazy already, and I don't know if I'm ready to pay that much
Right.
for Adele.
how much roughly the range? If
The
you
ones
remember.
that's still available,
Yeah.
at least like 400, 300,
And this
400.
is what location? Right next to the stage or like?
I think there are better seats. Like
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know if I'm ready to pay that
No,
much.
okay.
Yeah. But you still can get seats. It's just very hard to get the ones that are more affordable.
Right. Right. Yeah. So I guess this episode is mostly. I guess it's about performances in Europe. Well, we didn't touch a lot of like the classical stuff as well, like opera and stuff. Have you watched any
No.
opera here?
No. I went to Broadway though. I mean musical, sorry.
Europe? Okay.
Yeah, in UK.
Uh,
It's still Europe.
okay.
It's just not in the EU. Doesn't mean it's not Europe, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, it's still in Europe, yeah, I went to UK.
Which
'Cause- Okay, so there were musicals all over Germany,
yes,
but the
yes.
issue is that they speak German, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, for my experience, like it would be great if I can understand
yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
So UK. So I
Yeah.
went there for work, and I just thought that I would pop by and
Yeah.
to just watch. It was amazing,
Which show did you watch?
amazing. I watched Les Mis, the first one.
Oh, okay.
First, I went to two. First one was Les Mis, then the second one was Wicked, Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
Surprisingly, Les Mis was so good. Wizard of Oz was also good, but I think Les Mis was so amazing that
It pushed like
that Wizard of Oz was
it's
a
like
little
meh.
bit.
When comparing
When-
between
yes,
but it's a
yes.
solid show
Correct.
altogether. But when
Yeah.
you're comparing the two, then
Yeah.
it's like
They're both really good, but if I were to pick my favorite, it would be Les Mis. It's so good.
damn.
I wanted to go for the Harry Potter one, but I don't know if you know about the Harry Potter play.
No,
So,
this is the
Cursed Child.
okay, right.
Yeah. So it's a 2-part play. I thought I could go watch, but
Right.
it literally, to watch the play, it takes 1 day because it's 2-part. So it's like 3-4 hours, and then
Intermission.
and then continue.
So it's 1 day the whole show.
Yeah.
You can't split it to 2 nights or something like that. That's like very intense, eh?
Yeah, very intense. So then I was like, oh no lah. Just watch a musical.
Okay.
My friend went to watch Hamilton there also.
Ah.
So yeah, if you like musicals, I think UK is the place to go. That's all.
Okay. I think we can wrap up the episode already, unless there's more
Yeah.
things to add.
No. I haven't been to any operas yet.
Yeah. I heard like the boxes are, like the side boxes aren't actually like the best place to sit if you want to watch the show because you actually been blocked by the thing. I feel like it's more
It's just privacy.
the business kind of thing. Yeah, you talk business or do whatever, shady deal.
What kind of shady deal do you want to do in the
Yeah.
boxes?
As in, where the mafia talk business, sell drugs
Yeah.
or whatnot.
Yeah, I realized also because the best ones are
Usually
not
in the middle.
in the
crowd
middle,
where you
but
can
not
see.
right in front
Yes,
of the
yes,
stage.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
slightly
center,
yeah.
yeah.
Like, subscribe, and follow us wherever you're listening or watching this, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.